great morning.
Great morning.
Great morning.
And welcome back to another episode of Great Morning. I'm your host, Christian Murmer, Murms, Murmdog, whatever the fuck you want to call me. And today, guys, I'm live from Arizona on the West Coast again, but we'll talk about that more in a minute. I want to introduce some other people here at this podcast today. To the bottom of my computer screen, right under me, we have the Fact Queen, my sister from the East, that Puerto Rican mamacita from Spanish Harlem, Stephanie 2.0. How you doing today?
Gang, gang. The gang. I'm all right, I guess. I'm fucking bloated as hell. I'm on my medicine, and my anxiety is not that bad. And I haven't been able to eat.
That's always good.
You got a nice mom vibe going right now. You know,
Oh,
hair
thanks
up in
so
the bun
much.
with the
I think
glasses.
it's the glasses. I finally got my glasses too, finally. And then oh my God, guys, I fucking had this thingy-majiggy with my eyes. Like they put some shit in it, and then I looked like I was on ecstasy or something. Like my pupils were like this.
Yeah, they dilated your pupils,
dilating
right?
drops.
Yeah, they dilated my fucking eyes, and it looked crazy. And I looked like I was on some serious drugs.
Did you go into a dark room?
What?
You gotta after you get your eyes dilated, go into a dark room. It's like night vision. You'd be like, "What the fuck?"
Oh my God. Okay, I'll definitely do that. But yeah,
That's like a normal thing, though, right? Getting your eyes dilated when you wear glasses, right?
well, no, because they said I had astigmatism or some shit like that. So whatever. And then they did the whole dilated thing, and then my eyes were super fucking blurry, and I thank God I had my daughter with me, so she was like my little person to guide me everywhere. Like she was like my blind person stick, And then yeah. And then I fucking got my anxiety pills, and I haven't been so thingy, and yeah, I haven't been able to eat either. So I'm gonna lose weight, and that's it. It's been great. It's been fucking great. And I gotta get my toes done too, because these shits is chipping, and my nails are chipping. Everything is looking all crazy. But other than that, we're great.
I don't know if promoting not eating to lose weight is a good way.
No, it's the
promote
pills
losing
that
weight.
are fucking doing it. It's the psych meds.
You know what else helps is if after you eat something, you then just puke it up again in the toilet.
Yeah. See, look. Oh fuck! I brought it
So that way you
downstairs. My
still get to
mom gave
taste
me
it.
some bomb ass breakfast. She made home fries and bacon and eggs and all of that. And I'm just looking at it like, I don't think I want this.
I like how you totally ignored my bulimic comment.
It wasn't on purpose.
Oh
But
my
yeah, other
goodness.
than that, I'm fucking great. How are you guys?
Great, Stephanie. I'm happy that you're doing well. I'm happy you got your anxiety medication. I'm happy you got your eyes dilated there.
Yeah.
But we're gonna go ahead and move on here. I want to introduce someone else here at the podcast. To the left of my computer screen, we have the boss, the pimp, the CEO, the chief, slightly special himself, Jimmy the Shooter. How you doing today, bro?
Feeling like great. I'm feeling like pump fake. I'm feeling like shake and bake on the wake. Add applause. On the there. I'm
Yeah, we can
good,
do that.
man. I'm good. I'm feeling pretty good. It's a good Sunday. And I too shall be out there in Arizona starting tomorrow morning. I'm going to be in Yuma.
Crazy.
Wait, what? Wait, what? What? How long are you gonna be there?
For 3 days.
What the fuck? I'm coming to see you in 3 days.
Yeah, but I'm coming over there to see you in 3 days.
We're not gonna meet then.
Nah, I'm
We're gonna
be over
pass
there.
each other.
What are you talking about? I'm going to be over there in Arizona for 3 days. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Oh my!
I'm going to be in Arizona, my guy, and then I come back Wednesday.
Crazy.
So you come back Wednesday?
Over here. When are you getting back?
I'm going to San Diego on Wednesday.
I'm going to be in San Diego on Wednesday.
Oh, okay. I thought okay.
I'm also going to be in Arizona on Wednesday.
Really confusing. Every time I plan something with Jimmy, it's just really confusing for no reason.
Yeah.
Like, did you see how that ended up? It just ended up with oh, we're gonna be in the same place in the same day.
Yeah.
Like that's how that ended.
Just a little details in between between time. That's all.
Just a little spice.
Yeah, a little spice. A little.
Well, that's crazy. What are you doing in Yuma, man?
So I'm gonna identify myself with rescue procedures and operation procedures for the Joint Strike Group F-35s.
Oh, that's right. I think you were saying something about that a couple weeks ago. Anyway, yeah. What does that entail?
We're gonna be dropping bombs.
You're gonna be dropping bombs?
Yeah, cue bomb effect.
The bombs.
Are you gonna shoot people too?
We're not really dropping bombs. We're just training.
Okay.
It's just a training thing, man. That's it. But other than that, I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm doing pretty good.
All right, man. Well,
What about
I'm
you?
happy for your training exercise coming up, and I'm happy you could be here today. You know, because this is like a really epic podcast we got for the listeners today. We got a guest with us, which I don't know. I want to introduce him properly, but let me say something real quick. He's a guest, but this isn't the first time he's been on the podcast. But it's the first time he's going to be on the podcast as a guest.
As a guest.
As a guest.
Because without him, there wouldn't be a podcast.
The early podcast would have been quite strange without this man. So I'm going to introduce him properly how he deserves to be introduced. So to the bottom left of my computer screen, we have the wizard, the warlock, the greatest engineer known to mankind. We used to call him Kilo, TrypGodJimi. Sir, how are you doing today?
TrypGod Jimi. I'm good, bro. Eating good, feeling good.
Yeah, you made some burritos this morning.
Yeah, I'm still hungry, man.
Yeah, well, we got some more burrito. We got some more food.
Man, breakfast,
burritos.
fucking good breakfast, bro. You know, all vegetarian.
All veggie
Was it all?
burritos?
I thought there was beef in it.
Nah, it just
No, it wasn't. That shit was fucking good. I'll say. All right, but anyway, a little background. I am to the listeners. I am with TrypGodJimi right now. I came out to visit him for a couple days during my spring break, and then after those days are over, I'm going to California to see Jimmy, where we will do another podcast for the first time in California in almost a year and a half. So it's gonna be pretty epic couple episodes here. This is the first time though we've had TrypGodJimi back since I believe episode 6 of season 3 was the last time you were on. I believe that was Crow Mob's episode. And since then you have done you've done like jingles, and you've done the intro outro, and you've done like the Halloween intro outro for us, you know, in the background. You've been there. But you've been also doing your own thing for a little bit. So real quick for the listeners, what have you been up to since you've been gone, man? Just to let them know that you're doing well.
Yeah, bro, doing real well, man. I mean, shit. You know, left California, had to get back on my feet. Like, broke up with a girl, got back with her, and broke up with her again within this time. But during this time as well, bro, I also got myself into a nice little pad, bro, and fucking worked myself into a stable fucking spot now, bro. Like, that's really why I had to take my time, bro. Cause like I had nothing but my car and like my speakers. Like so you know what I'm saying? Nigga had to get on this grind, bro.
Well, we're happy for you. And this is a really nice place, by the way. I'm staying here right now. It's really big and spacious. It's fun. It's a nice place.
That shit does look nice.
It is. It's very here. Can you see a little?
Need some but
Little that living room you can see.
Where did you get the furniture from?
I bought it.
You bought it?
Yeah, I bought it from some suburb people. They're really nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Suburb people.
House.
But you know, there's also a historic thing happening right now. You know, so you were, you know, one of our, you know, the old co-host as well as the engineer back in the day, the early days, and you know, the beginning of season 3 of Great Morning.
It's some shit, bro.
Yeah, and so, but now you are face to face with our new co-host Stephanie. Isn't this crazy? Like, how this is the first time you guys are even meeting. How does that feel,
know.
Stephanie?
Wait a minute. There's no way.
No, like we've been like in the like we've hit each other like in the DMs and shit, like blah, 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 thank you, blah, blah. But we haven't like video chatted.
Yeah,
So
no, we
we
haven't
got-
done that.
Oh shit.
Hello.
Hi.
Good morning. A great morning. Mm-hmm.
This is the new fam here, and you know, we're happy to finally have you back, though, man. This is like a big. I'm like, this is like crazy. I didn't know when this was gonna happen, you know, because you're so busy. So this is really fun to have you here.
Busy man. Busy
You
man.
know, there's. Oh, okay, let me ask this: are we allowed to talk about things?
I'm free game now, bro. I'm free game.
Because I'm also free game now because I'm no longer in the Navy.
Right.
So can we talk about? I know not every.
I wasn't there.
I will edit these stories, but
I don't know what the shit. I don't know what the shit is. I wasn't there.
Yeah, Jimmy, you were never there. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what but I'm interested to hear.
Do you? I want. So why do we call you? Why is your name TrypGodJimi? You know, we've kind of been over that before, but for like the new listeners we have with the rest of season 3 and season 4, let's give them a quick background. Why are you even called that? Why do we call you that? Is that just a name you chose for yourself, or is that a title of some sort?
Nah, man. The name was given, bro. The name was given. So TrypGodJimi comes from, it's broken down into literally 3 parts. So the trip part, Shrooms, bro. Shrooms, psilocybin, motherfucking, but psilocybin is a entheogenic medicine that has psilocybin is a tryptamine. It's like an amphetamine, but it's like a tryptamine. But it's spelled TRYP. So trip. Boom. The God comes after taking the trip, bro. I met my God self. This shit. Meditating and also working through music as well, bro. Synchronizing it both, melding it all together. And then I'm like, but I am Jimmy. I know my God self. And I have a God self, and I think everyone does. And
so
it's
you're literally like
I'm literally
the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit.
I guess so, yeah.
It's like his 5th. So they say you have your like spiritual guides, right? There's like different cultures and shit that believe this type of thing, man. But they say like your spiritual guides or your guardian angel is actually yourself.
Yeah.
In a higher dimension.
The last time I tripped, bro, I took 6 G's, and I swear to God, so I met TrypGodJimi again, bro. Super quick story. Literally, I went so deep this time. I literally felt like myself from the past, like my past selves, my future self, and current self all melded at the same time. I want
to do this.
I just went, bro.
6?
Yes. I watched the whole movie like with my eyes closed, bro.
Wait. This is recently?
Yes. This was the last TrypGod trip. This was the last.
God.
And that was again that's mushrooms. Oh, Stephanie, you've never taken any psilocybin mushrooms?
I've had shrooms before. I've had it twice. And the first time I did it, no one didn't tell me that you were supposed to be in a good state. Because if you're angry, you're gonna be angry. Oh. Yeah. And I wasn't the happiest person. And I do remember for the first time that I did it, I felt like I was inside of the movie. Like I was watching the movie and I felt like I was a character in the movie. But then the second time around when I did it, I was in a good, happy space. And it was about like 10 of us. And we had one person that was not taking anything. So she was shout out to Karina. She was our babysitter. And my baby daddy was there too, and his friends, and my baby daddy thought that he didn't have any bones. And he's like, I don't have any bones. But I'm like, motherfucker, like your bone is there. And he's like, nah, I'm melted. And I'm like, no, you're not, like you're here. And then so does anybody here watch Game of Thrones or has seen it?
We have all seen Game of Thrones.
Okay. So, you know, the red tree from
yes.
The Starks. Okay. So I went outside with
the God's tree, I think it's called.
Huh?
It's called the God's tree, but yes, please continue.
Yes.
I'm being a nerd.
So I went outside and so every time we went outside, we had like a 15-minute thingamajiggy, like the alarm. And so we all went outside, and me and Micah, we had the dog too. We had Lukey, and the fucking the light post thingy turned on, and the fucking tree looked like the God tree. And I was just like, oh, and we were both saying the same thing, and we looked at each other like, yo, this is some Game of Thrones shit. And then Lucchese looked like a fucking demonic little thing. He had extra fucking ears, and they were like really huge, and he looked like he was gonna fly. And then going up the stairs, I felt like I was Alice in the Wonderland. Like the stairs were like super high, and I thought I was like climbing up the stairs, but I really wasn't.
Who's
so, like,
Lucchese?
The dog, my pit bull.
Is that named after the crime family?
Yes, see?
That's a really cool name. All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
He's a gangster. And then so the TV was on, and you know, it was like regular like white noise, but to me, there was like some beautiful ass shapes going on in the TV. It was so beautiful. And then I was just real quiet, and I was chilling like this. Like I reclined myself back, and everybody's like, yo, Stephanie, you good? I'm like, shh, I'm in Costa Rica right now. I'm in the beach. I feel the sun. The sun is on me. And
so you have done this?
Like, huh?
You have done this then. You were saying before, you're like, I want to do that. But you...
No, but I want that experience. I want TrypGod's fucking experience. Yeah. I want to fucking experience that. Like I want to there's that fucking
I want to dance.
No, like there's that toad that I saw on Vice that, you know, you like hallucinate, but like you have to it's like a whole fucking ceremony thing, but like you come back and like everything just makes sense about the earth. Everything. Like I want to be able to experience that. I just experienced fucking Costa Rica and the Game of Thrones tree.
Wait, what'd you say, Jimmy?
What's the name of that toad? Actually, hold on, I'm gonna find it.
Toad?
Yeah, so it's a toad.
Desert.
There's a toad.
Is it the desert toad?
Yeah, it's here.
You lick the toad?
Nah, you
smoke it.
You pop its zits, collect its venom, and smoke it, and it's DMT.
Who the fuck thought of that for the first time?
Somebody did.
They actually just found the real man. He's an old man in a nursing home now.
Why did they ask him why you decided to do that one day?
No. Well, I did. I saw it, but
it happened by accident, honestly.
TrypGodJimi, though, it's not a rap name. It's a spirit name.
I love that. I want to experience that. Like, I really, really want to experience that. Like, when these people do it, they come back and they're just like, yo, like, I get it. Like, I totally get it. Like, my eye is open. Like, I want to fucking experience that shit. Especially because, you know, I fucking had brain surgery. So, like, I wonder, like, how that shit is gonna, you know, like.
But it doesn't always go that way.
So during the trip, right? During your trip, you're because I'm interested in a 6 gram trip, right?
Yeah.
So walk us, like, can you give us a little bit of insight on that?
All right. So you gotta know the backstory, because a TrypGod trip is special, right?
Yeah.
So like me, a casual fucking, you know, when I have done it in the past and shit, I have only done like, you know, from like 0.3 to like, you know, an eighth, you know, 3.5 grams casually, you know, that's like if I'm just hanging out, you know, trying to stop drinking and like, you know, I'm just chilling. That's just to get through. Now to trip, a TrypGod trip is 5 grams or more all day.
Question. Wait, but wouldn't the eighth be enough?
Yeah, for me, it's enough.
It's enough to get you there, but I like to go deeper.
Oh, okay.
He's more of a master than we're up at the apprentice level, Stephanie.
I do not condone fucking anyone out there trying this shit for the first time. Do not do this. I'm an experienced dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, start small, work your way up. But I was going through some family shit. I had issues with my sister and shit, and my mom, bunch of shit currently, right? So I had to I had to make my peace with it. So I had to sit and meditate, and that was the theme for this shit. It's like I need to I can't fix what's going on, so I need to get right within myself. But I had a lot of hatred in my heart during the time, and it was making me very, very just a bad person, bro. Like spiritually, like I felt spiritually like dark, like not the cool dark, the dark.
Not Darth Vader dark.
I feel you on that,
shit.
like a lot.
I'm cool dark, but I actually started to feel like I was becoming a bad and just angry, fucking pissed off person. And I'm like, I'm not gonna let this shit fuck with me, bro. I need to fix this shit. So I had some special albino shit, famous albino shit. But took that shit. And this is what's crazy. So 6 grams, 4 hours in, I watched 2 movies. I watched episode 5 of Star Wars or whatever.
Empire Strikes Back.
And then I watched the new Mulan. Not a fan. Well, I'm feeling this shit. I'm high, right? Like I'm feeling this shit, but I'm not tripping. And so I'm like, I know this shit's gonna fucking kick me in the dick. I'm just waiting for it. And so I finished Mulan. I smoked this pre-roll that we had just lying around in an ashtray. And I swear to God, it was like 4 hours, nothing. I'm sitting here. And then all of a sudden, oh, fuck. Like, dude, I had to just sit down. My eyes automatically became fucking so overly like powered with sensory overload. And I had to fucking shut my eyes. But as I was shutting my eyes, I was going deeper into my mind, bro. And my girl was sitting here watching me the whole fucking thing, like the whole time. She's laying in my lap and she's watching a fucking movie. And dude, I started fucking healing, bro. And so I saw TrypGod again, I saw him again, at least his message. And his message was, he took me back to the top of the pyramid, go back to, the TrypGod trip to know what I'm talking about.
Wait, do you remember what you were telling me last night? Go show me how you were explaining the pyramid. That was making me laugh.
The pyramid again. But
He's doing that in the middle of a restaurant, and like that's like the universal symbol for vagina. And he's like, dude, triangle. And I'm like, all right, relax.
Nah, nigga, so like he showed me more of the pyramid, bro, and it was like a vase, bro. He showed me that my life was like a fucking vase. The top of the pyramid was just the top of the vase. And the vase had like a beam of energy like flowing into that shit. And if I believed in the zodiac shit, I'd be like, well, I'm a Cancer, I'm a water sign, my life energy is flowing into this vase, right? But the vase was cracked. The vase was broken and it was leaking. Energy was leaking out of the vase. And so I took that as like, fuck, I'm a healer, bro. I like to heal with my music and this shit is healing to me. And I want to heal others with this shit, but I can't heal others if I am broken. So I got to fix this shit. And this is all just talking about like my family shit. It's like, I got to get right with this shit just for me, bro. Not for them. So
how long was this whole thing for you? Was it like just 5 hours or under 5 hours?
Oh, it was the full 6. It was the full 6.
Full 6. Okay.
But I think it was a delayed reaction. And so it might have been longer than that.
My first time was a delayed reaction. Remember, you were there and Scott was there. we were hiking. It was me, TrypGodJimi, and Scott. And I felt like it took like an hour and a half to kick in. And how it kicked in, we were talking about this last night. I wasn't feeling it. And then all of a sudden, Scott, who's walking next to me, Scott was like, hey, dude, look at my hands. And I'm like, I'm not looking at his fucking hands. That shit's going to fuck me up. I know I'm not going to look at his hands right now. And then I didn't look at his hands and I looked at the trees.
Yeah.
And I regretted not looking at his hands because the trees, all the leaves in the trees turned purple. And that's when I realized the shit was happening.
Jealous.
That was my first time. Now that I can admit that over the podcast, now that I'm not, burdened by anything right now. Well, I might be one day, but it's not like I'm saying I was smoking crack in the woods this one time,
Yeah,
but it is a different experience. I've never had the life-changing experience some people talk about, you know. Maybe that's just me. Maybe to me it's still just like a drug, but I know to some people it's really life-changing.
Yeah, that was a healing ceremony, bro, and it fucking did its thing, bro. And I've been straight with my my family's been mending itself ever since.
That's so good.
So it came out with a positive outcome.
Yeah, I had to go through some shit. I had to just feel it and get it out the way.
What's crazy to think about is like all of this natural stuff, right? Like psilocybin mushrooms, cannabis, all of these things, all these tools are like here on the earth are like completely like illegal in the Western culture. But big pharma and like other fucking drugs that are damn near heroin, right? Are legal and can be prescribed by a doctor. Like a pill form of heroin that's like one fucking chemical compound off from actual street heroin can be prescribed to you by a fucking doctor. And then they cut the prescription off and then they're wondering why people are going to the streets looking for heroin. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's wild, man. But I love that you were able to take something within yourself and like go on a journey and find yourself, because it's crazy once you start healing, like how the perception of the world around you changes and how people change around you. That shit's wild.
Yeah. I needed peace, bro. So I had to become peaceful.
Something's in the universe
beautiful.
because there's like this huge dramatic change of life for damn near everybody I've talked to so far, which is weird.
Yeah.
But everyone I'm talking to is like going through something crazy or going through something dramatic. There's like a huge shift, except for Christian. Like every day I talk to Murms. Murms like, I just read a book today.
Yeah,
Nice.
because that's what I did.
Today.
Today. I wrote one this morning, a quick one. Whole book. Dude, okay, so to go back in time real quick, there was like, I think like a 6-month period where me, you, and Scott were doing a lot, well, not a lot, but like we were playing around with the Shrooms quite a few times there for like a 6-month period, and we were doing different things, and I know you had taken it before.
Yeah.
But was that when you started becoming like more adept in it during that time, or do you think you were already like how you are now? Like I feel like now like you could teach a class on this shit, you know?
Totally, man. Totally. The funny thing is like, so I've been doing this shit since I was 22. Been researching it since then. I'm fucking 28 now and shit. And yeah, bro. So pretty much like the first 3 years was kind of just like research and practice. And then these last 3 years have been like application and experiment, like even more experiments, you know what I'm saying? But I only experiment like with, like I've experimented so much like with myself that I know like from the smallest amount to the biggest amount, like how much a person should take just based off of their mental health, their fucking weight, and their fucking all the shit, bro. Like I've dialed it down pretty well, bro. Like, so yes, I was getting adept and then started reading books and
that was during season 2, and we had like a couple episodes where we also we had some of that. We never took it during the podcast, but we had some of that you know, with Scott, and then we also had kratom. Kratom, you remember that?
yeah, bro.
That shit
The
in the
hell
store
is
the other
that?
day. I was like, the devil. The devil's here.
We're like, this should be fun, and we just took I took like 10 pills of kratom, and I was just pissed off with like Jimmy and TrypGod Jimmy. I was just like, and they weren't even doing anything. They were like watching TV, and I was just like in Jimmy's house, like I'm fucking pissed. Like I'm like, why did we take this? This is so stupid. This is the dumbest shit ever. Like just this stupid shit we were trying. We're like, all right, this is the plan for tonight. All right, Friday night, we're going to the store. We're gonna get a bottle of liquor and a bottle of kratom. It's like,
What the fuck?
it was a weird
kratom
time.
is like, so the thing about kratom though, or kratom, right? is like,
Yeah, the layman's term.
there's actually places here in San Diego that sell kratom in your smoothies.
Yeah.
Because if dosed right, it acts as like an upper and down at the same time. It's some weird shit. It's like it'll energize you but keep you calm.
That is correct. And there's 3 different strains that is commercially sold.
Kratom.
Yeah. But
anyway.
I swear it's some upper shit when it's in a low dose, but it's some downer shit in a high dose. And I took like 8 one night.
Yeah, I took 8 too, and like I said, all it did was make me angry.
I was just doing what Joe Rogan was doing.
Yeah, it was fucking Joe Rogan is like, yeah, so go home, take 8 pills of kratom, and you're gonna have a good time. It's like, what? What are we doing?
Like, yeah, man, I just take some kratom before I work out, and it's like feel perfect. Like,
I took 8 pills of kratom before I jerk off. You know, it's like it's fucking.
It was fun at first, and then at the end of the night, I was like, felt drunk.
You felt a little dizzy. It was a little hazy.
Yeah, I remember like I just woke up and I was like, hey, yeah, this looks like a great fucking idea. By 11 o'clock, I'm just sitting in front of my computer screen, just like, what am I doing? I can't figure shit out. Like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah, so what we're saying, the moral of the story here at Great Morning is don't take kratom, take 3.5 grams of mushrooms.
Yes.
Do that instead.
The shrooms.
Natural, but go with you'll be a fun guy if you fucks with fun guy, you know?
That's TrypGodJimi's recommendation. Now the easier, slowed down Christian Murmur recommendation is take 1.5 your first time. That's what I would recommend. 3.5 was way too much. I was seeing purple trees, and then I was in a car, and I thought like we had 5 stars in GTA, and there were helicopters chasing us. It was a little rough. So I'm a fucking
king.
So man, we gotta talk to Scott again. I haven't talked to Scott in a minute, but Scott was there as well, and I remember Scott and TrypGodJimi got out of the car at one point. We parked at a park. And they went on a little walk real quick. And I was in the back of the car because I was ready to just live the rest of my life in the back of the car because there was food and beer and water. And I'm like, I could live here. Honestly, I could just live here for the rest of my life. It's fine. And I thought this is the thought I had. I'm like, well, this is an ordeal now. And I don't want to be this high anymore, so I'm gonna drink a ton of beer that'll hopefully knock me out, like knock me on my ass, so I don't have to deal with this. And I open a beer and I take one sip of the beer, and I felt like the carbonation, the bubbles going down my throat, and it in my head, this is what I saw in my head as that was going down my throat. I thought there were 1,000 smiling, laughing faces going down my throat. And I just took the beer after that one sip and I just put it down. And I'm like, I can't drink that. I can't drink that shit. This is insane.
Wow.
That
sounds
smiling
cool.
people.
That's the best way I can explain it was that. And like, I remember that. And then when Scott and TrypGodJimi got back in the car, fucking TrypGodJimi was driving because he was sober. He was trip sitting. And, I was just like, he's like, all right, you guys ready to go? And I'm just in the back seat and I just hold out a beer to him. And I'm like, can you do something with this? And he's just like, what the fuck? He's like, why is there just a full beer? What do you want me to do? Drink it. And I'm like, I can't, man. He's like, all right. You had to throw it out. Yeah. So
Shit sounds like
only time I've seen this full waste of beer, dude.
it was we had some fun times, and we could talk more about that here for the rest of the podcast if you'd like. We're going to talk about a few things since you've been gone, but one thing I really want to do right now, and I'm going to ask Steph and Jimmy here if they think it's time. Jimmy, you think it's time?
No, it's not just time, but this is going to be one of those times where it's like, okay, is this the first time we've had an OG? This time?
It's the first time. It's gonna be the first time. Yeah. Do you think it's time, Stephanie?
Yeah, let's pop this cherry.
I think it's time. I think it's time for us to do our favorite segment we do here at Great Morning, and for the first time with TrypGodJimi as a guest.
Ooh.
And that is, of course, the word of the day.
Word.
Tango!
of the day.
Word.
Oh, yeah. So, TrypGodJimi, I'm pretty sure you already know the rules, but I'm just going to say them again for the listeners, just in case this is for some reason the first time they're ever listening to an episode.
Yeah,
all right.
The full experience.
So the rules are for the word of the day is, can you see Jay Jimerson's screen there?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Do you see that big old dick he's got there that he's tapping his fingers on? You see that dick?
Oh my goodness.
Yes. So he's going to open that dick, right? He's going to put his finger down randomly on a random page in that dick. He's going to lift his finger up, and whatever his finger landed on will be our word of the day. And now, with season 4 and season 3 of Great Morning, of course, the guest, you, will then use that word in a sentence. And now with season 4, we tell the guests what we're grading them on. So keep this in mind. The 3 things you will be graded on are how funny the sentence is, how creative the sentence is, and, of course, if you use the word correctly in the sentence. So you'll be graded on those 3 main things. And at the end of the season, like we did last season, we will find our top 10 sentences from guests throughout the season, and we will grade them, and then there will be a number 1 winner. All right? So keep that in mind. You are now a contender, so good luck.
I got it.
All right.
Oh, and also I will read the modern day definition if it is an archaic word that Jimmy finds.
Just so you know, I took English in community college. So
Hell yeah. So we got an expert here.
Bam.
Oh, okay. Is that
Close
finger
alarm.
on the dick or what?
Kosalan.
What?
Kosalan. Kosalan. Of
Kosalan.
pertaining to Kosals, the chief state of northern India in the time of Buddha, a native of Kosala. What?
Yes. Wow. That's pretty. Yeah. So that's the version I have here is the kingdom. The kingdom of Kosala, or Kosalan, was an ancient Indian kingdom with a rich culture corresponding to the area with the region of Awadh in present-day Uttar Pradesh to western Odisha. So it was a kingdom.
Kolatar.
Kosalan.
Kosalan, so Kosalan.
Okay.
Is that a place?
It was once a kingdom in India. That's what it seems to be. Wow, that was an interesting. God, you never know what we're gonna get in that big old dick. Let me tell you. Whenever you're ready, sir.
Hey man, you want to go pick up some hippie bitches up in Kosalan?
That was fucking fast.
Woo!
You know,
There he goes.
go pray.
There you go, sir.
Kosalan.
Woo! All right, cool.
Kosalan.
So that was, of course, the word of the day for the first time with TrypGodJimi as a guest.
I mean,
Hell
you
yeah.
know, it's all about just making it make sense to you. I mean, if I lived in that time and Kosalan was just up the road, I'd be like, hey man,
Let's
Go to
go to
Kosalan.
Kosalan real
Gotta
quick.
go to Kosalan.
real quick. See if they got some
Trippy shit.
This is a weird range of words we've had so far this season. Last episode, we had Ashley on, and her word was mountain goat. And now it's Kosalan.
Did you see
Mountain
that
goat.
mountain goat in Kosalan last week?
Yep. Yeah, that would have been one. So I'm interested to see how the rest of the words go for this season, because you honestly never know what we're going to get out of that thing. But thank you so much, TrypGodJimi, for your word of the day submission. We will let you know in the coming months, and everyone else who made it to the top 10 or not
In the future.
in the future. Oh, Jesus
Excuse me.
Christ.
In the future.
Who was that?
That was me. I burped. Sorry.
What the fuck you doing over there? Your screen's freezing up. Now you're burping into the microphone.
Yeah, I know.
Oh
Sorry.
my God. All right, so TrypGodJimi, real quick. Another thing, of course, people know you for is your fantastic engineering skills and your profound way of making music for yourself and others. You've also let use your type of music. Speaking, we've had O'Shea Ivy, the Bronze Kneecap have worked with you, and Rush the Visionary, of course.
Yeah.
Also other guests we've had on the show. So we can always keep talking about the trip itself, but I did want to also mention your music.
Yeah, man.
So how's that been going since we last spoke to you, season 3, episode 6? What's been going on?
Well, man, I mean, I kind of had to put the music down for a minute to really get this shit, like this living situation that I've been like striving for, whatever.
Striving towards, yes, of course.
And, you know, I really had to focus all of my time and energy on that shit. But I am dropping music now. I had enough stocked up to where I can drop music consistently throughout the year. It's not going to be like 30 fucking songs, but it's going to be consistent. Like, you're going to be seeing me more consistently now. And kind of just like, really, I've had to adapt the way that I make music, or the way that I make time with music has to make sense with like the rest of my like regular like work life, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because I got the bills and shit now. Like,
you got to fit everything into a schedule. I understand.
Real life now. So
how everyone is, you know, you got to find time to do other things throughout the things you have to do throughout the day.
Right. And so just taking it slow, bro. It's not a race. I make it when I feel I'm in the mood for it. And, you know, if I feel like I need to get something out there, that's when I like reach out to our friends and shit, you know?
You did release a song earlier on January 31st, I believe, right?
Yeah, it was the first of the month, I think, or something.
Yeah, it was Here We Go Again featuring Trizakilo.
Yeah.
It was a single. That's a very good song. And you released that. And why was that the first one you released in like months?
A year,
right?
Year since the Trip tape.
Yes, the Trip tape was the last one, and the one before that was Cold Day, correct?
Yeah,
and that was under Jimmy Woodstock.
Oh yeah, man.
We're going back to the that was the second name you chose. But so going to this song, right? When did you complete that, and why did you want to release that song as a single instead of like an album or an EP or whatever, right?
You know, it's funny, bro. This is what's funny. So I made that song. That was like maybe the third or fourth song, because, okay, all of these songs that I'm about to drop are all from they're all post California. All of it. The beats, like all the shit. So I made Here We Go Again after I moved to Phoenix and I broke up with my girl and shit. Ended up back in my fucking mom's spot and shit. And then I fucking was making music and I threw the fucking mic on and it was kind of just like, nigga, here we go again. Like, bro, here we go again, going through the same old bullshit, having the same fucking argument that we've been having for the same fucking, the same old bullshit. It's like, I'm tired of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Sick of the shit. So I actually had that shit in my pocket for a year because me and my girl actually ended up getting back together. And then we just broke up a month ago, bro. And I've had the entire time to plan these fucking drops. And I knew I wanted to start off slow, bro. I'm starting off slow and then I'm gonna rev it up as the year fucking goes on. But I knew Here We Go Again was perfect because it's almost like it's a double, because it's like, here we go again. We dropping this music again. But then it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy, bro. Because it's a breakup song.
Yeah.
And I broke up with the chick and then fucking she was gone.
So that's over with now. But what are you working on after that song now? Like, what's coming next? Are you going to do just singles, or are you working on an album to release?
The singles, man. My next single is dropping on the 8th.
Oh, really?
Yeah. What is that? 2 days. 2 days. I got my new song, Floating, dropping.
May I ask, what inspires you, like when you're making your beats? What's the inspiration behind it?
The trip.
No. It's just, I don't know. I can't really answer that question. It just feels good.
Okay.
It just
like something you were born to do, huh?
Just feels really, really good.
It's some crazy shit to watch it happen. To like see something come from nothing, but you're watching the process, I guess I should say. It's like just dope. It's some dope shit to see like something start off with something that's like a sound. And then the next thing you know, like an hour later, there's like this whole feeling, vibe, emotion behind it. You know what I mean? Like that shit's crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible watching you work. Not only when we all, you know, back in the olden times before COVID and all that, we all used to be in the studio together, and just watching you work on your own music in the background while like Jimmy was doing his work, I was doing my work. When we all had the like 3 desks in that room. So it was interesting always seeing you do that. But then one of the things, I don't know if everyone knows this, but a lot of the jingles or just sound effects of the music that goes behind Great Morning has also all pretty much been done by TrypGodJimi. And I say TrypGodJimi and not myself. I'm there a lot of the times, but I don't really, I just say like in the middle of it, like, hey, you know, it'd be great right there.
Like a director.
A fart noise or something. Like that's all I really add to the process. But going back to his process, it's really amazing just listening and seeing how he can work on it. Because I can say, right, for the new intro, for example, right, all I had to give him was what Jimmy and Stephanie said to me. I'm like, hey guys, how do you think the new intro should be? And I remember Jimmy said, it should sound like we're all walking out onto a stage. And that's the only thing I had to go by. And then I take that, right? This is the process. So they said that. I'm like, all right, that sounds good to me. I take that. And then I get on the phone with TrypGodJimi and I say, hey, TrypGodJimi, this is all I have. Can you make music out of that? And he can. And he can. And it's really incredible see him work, because he'll start off with a simple noise. Oh, hey, bud. And then he'll go on from there. But can you talk about that process a little bit, man? Like how, like I don't know how I would be able to do something like that when someone just gives me, you know, just limited words to go by.
Full creative control.
Yeah.
Imagination, bro. Like I see music. Like I really see that shit. I see it, I feel it, hear it. Like it touches me, bro. So like it's almost like drawing. It's like drawing, bro. Cause I don't know how to draw, but I can make you, I don't know, bro. It's just imagination. So it's like, you tell me you want to feel like you're walking on stage. And I'm all like, well, if you're on stage, you're probably like, to me, I'm like getting a fucking, why are you on stage? Obviously, like you're probably getting a fucking award or reward, or you're winning, bro. You're getting applauded. And I'm all like, bruh, it's like, you just, yeah, man. It's like you just watch it. You just think of a movie, bro. Just think of a movie. Like, I can't really describe it.
It's hard to
actors and actresses that tap into the emotion behind the character. So you got to see the scene, and then you tap into the emotion, and then you create from there.
Yeah.
Although I would say, not to say that's a good comparison, of course, Jimmy, but I would say you're better than an actor or actress, because they're you know, a lot of them are pompous douchebags, and you're not.
Pompous is a great word.
Pompous douchebag.
They're fucking douchebag. I get so fucking annoyed with actors and actresses and the things they say they did before they did a role. Like I was real quick. Sorry, I don't mean. But that just it really reminded me. It really grinds my gears, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Really pisses me off. And I was reading about the new Matrix movie, right? And this dude. The new guy who played Mr. Smith, like the coolest bad guy in the Matrix. So they have a new guy playing him, right? And I was just reading about it like quickly before the movie came out, because I was like annoyed that like they were like replacing some of the actors from the old ones, whatever. So he's playing Mr. Smith, this new guy, and he's like, because they love talking about what they did to prepare for the role. They love talking about it. And he's like, yeah, to prepare for the role, I read Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, and I didn't eat meat for 30 days. It's like, what are you talking about? You read Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. What the fuck does that have to do with anything? I've read The Great Gatsby, all right? I didn't fucking play Luke Skywalker in Star Wars after reading it. It makes no sense. Why do you ever have to say that? The things the actors say are fucking, it's insane, man. They'll just say anything. Yeah, like, you know, to prepare for the role, I just stayed in the role the whole time and walked around set in the role. And I was just a douchebag to everyone on set. It's like, okay, that's cool. Why did you do that? That's really rude. I was reading about that with fucking, also, what's his name? The dude who plays Doctor Strange. Benedict Cumberbatch, whatever the fuck his name is, right? That tall dude.
Yeah,
He was in by the way, I'm going to shit on him for a second. I do actually like him as an actor. He's been in some good stuff. But I saw Power the Dog, which sucked, by the way. It's really fucking boring. Don't anyone go watch it. He was in that. And he's like a really mean, like cowboy kind of guy. He's just a douchebag, right? Closeted homosexual guy, and he's mean. And he kept doing that character like on set. And like Jesse Plemons, who's also another great actor, is on set with him, who's kind of heavier, right? And he's supposed to be mean to him in the movie, but when they weren't recording, he would like talk to him and be like, "Hey, what's up, fat boy?" and stuff like that, because that's how like the character is. And Jesse Plemons like took him aside and was like, "Hey man, I know what you're doing. I know you're trying to do the method acting thing and everything. That's cool. But if you ever say that to me again in front of all these people, I'm going to kick your ass." And like it stopped him right there. These people are douchebags, man. Anyway, it's just, you're not a douchebag, TrypGod, I'm just saying.
Thank you.
To get ready for the role, preferably, right? Like, as if I'm supposed to be the next fucking, I don't know, fucking all-star football player for a show called the Great Yard Line, right?
The Great Yard Line.
The Great Yard Line. To prepare for this, since I'm supposed to be broke, small town, small income family quarterback with everything to gain and nothing to lose except for my high school sweetheart Journey's life. To prepare for that role, I think I'm going to go into the roofing business and build roofs for construction workers, and then eat grapes, pounds of them every day. And then I would probably golf a lot to get my competitive side for the athletic stuff. You know?
Yeah, see, like,
but I wouldn't play football. Like, that's dumb.
It's so annoying. Just all that's, and then what? You'd also read Bram Stoker's Dracula.
I would look in the mirror every day and read books backwards.
It's really, I don't understand. Like, some of them are so fucking annoying. Some actors, man, some actors and actresses. Some of them are great. I don't want to. It is a tough craft. I would never like, say I could do that. But you know what? I am going to say that I could probably do that. And it doesn't seem terribly hard. If children can do it, I think,
you're acting.
It's not as incredible when someone's able to make a hit song, Yeah. Like you can't compare the greatest actor ever to like one of the best singers ever. Like, honestly, or like you or musicians ever. I would never do that. I don't think it's the same, because that actually takes work that not everyone can do, right? You can't compare Daniel Day-Lewis, who's a great actor, to like Jimi Hendrix. You just wouldn't. He's just on another level. I would never do it. But anyway, enough about actors. I don't know why you even let me get on the fucking tirade about actors here. But I want to talk about one more thing and maybe another story from TrypGodJimi, and then we'll start wrapping things up here at the podcast. But I wanted to talk about another form of trip. All right, we've talked about psilocybin mushrooms, which you are, of course, an expert in. And you can guide people through that if they ever came to you with some, they wanted some advice from you. Absolutely. Right? But there's another one that a lot of people talk about as well that isn't just shrooms. And that is, of course, LSD or acid, right? Whatever you want to call it. See, I wanted you to talk about that a little bit. What are your thoughts on that? Because I know we've also done that. So why do you not like that as much, I guess? Because I know you don't like that as much as the shrooms.
So I'm going to just use it in like very, very like simply put. So like shrooms makes you trip inside and LSD makes you trip outside. So it's like when I'm tripping on shrooms, I'm tripping on myself. When I'm tripping on acid, I'm tripping on like my surroundings and everything around me. You know what I'm saying? Like the environment that I'm in. I like it as an alternative to, it's a stimulant, you know what I'm saying? So it's like,
yes.
I just like it as like it could be a better alternative to say like Adderall or some shit. You could get almost the same effects from like a very small dose of LSD,
But Adderall doesn't make you trip out.
Yeah, I know that. Neither does LSD on the very low scale.
Oh, okay.
But when it comes to like taking it in full doses, I just don't. It tastes like chemically, bro. Like you can like when you're on that shit, like you can feel that shit like coming out of your skin. Like I've never had a bad trip on it. I've always had great experiences on it. More life-changing experiences, but for some reason it's like I stopped learning from it. I felt like I learned everything I could from doing it, and it's like I'm not the type of dude to just like do a handful of fucking shit, you know what I'm saying, to get high. Like I don't trip to get high, bro. I trip to learn, you know what I'm saying? So it's like if I can't learn anything from like the same amount that taught me some shit, I feel like, I don't know, bro. Like I don't want to go deeper into that shit.
Do you also have a problem with like the length compared to the two? Because I know like if you take shrooms, the trip is going to be much quicker than acid. And I mean quicker on a large scale, like shroom, like you said, shrooms could last like 6 hours and then acid could last like fucking 17 hours, man.
Yeah, man. And I don't have time for that anymore.
That's your whole day right there. Like
got time for that shit no more. However,
I remember one time we were saying that we're like, if we ever did that again, we would have to take it at like 11 o'clock in the morning.
Oh yeah, bro.
Just so we can get to bed later.
Yeah, it's literally like an all day thing, but you'll be up all night off that shit. I don't know. I still like and support LSD, but me personally, I would prefer not to use it.
Understood.
Are there dangers towards it?
No, you can't OD on it.
I feel like when some people abuse it, I feel like LSD can be abused. Like they'll start taking it and then throughout the day they'll take another hit and then reset the clock. And then throughout the day they'll take another hit and then they reset that clock. And next thing you know, they're up like 2 fucking days tripping on LSD. And by the second day, they're like walking around barefoot outside and shit. Like lost with reality.
It wears off, bro. You can't trip multiple days in a row. I've tried.
Yeah, isn't that one of the things? That's why they said like you can't become like addicted to either of those because like what does it deplete? Like that's a good question. Like what does it deplete in your brain that makes it you're not able to like use it the next day?
Dopamine and serotonin.
Okay.
So your serotonin, your brain is serotonin and dopamine depleted. It's like you're trying to pump it. And
what if you take like a shit ton, which again, by the way, I'm not recommending that here at the podcast, but like say I took 1 tab of acid today, right? Sobered up by around this time tomorrow, right? But then tomorrow around this time, I take 7 tabs of acid. What would happen? Like, would it happen then because I'm taking like a shit ton more?
Yeah. I mean, you'll be tripping balls, bro.
Yeah.
Hard. I would do
that. That's a lot of acid.
Hell yeah. That's a lot of money too, bro. It's a lot of money.
I remember when, should we tell this story? Maybe we have already told this story on the podcast, but your birthday in San Diego.
Oh man, 27. Woo! That was the best.
That was a night, and Scott was there as well. Scott, he was there with us.
San Diego, you are fucking crazy, bro. So how do you feel now, man? After this journey, right? You've gone through a lot of ups and downs, bro. You know what I mean? Like you've made songs like "Here We Go Again." You've reestablished yourself. Like you've got your shit locked down. You've got your space. You've got your world now. Right? You have a foundation to build upon.
Yep.
For yourself. Right. And if somebody were to tell you a year and a half ago, like, hey, in a year and a half, you'd be here, you probably was like, yeah, I already saw that shit. You know?
Yeah.
Just kind of brought it to fruition. But how do you feel? And where are we going from here, man?
I feel like, I bask in it as much as I can, but I know there's still lots more work to be done, man.
Yeah.
But I'm excited because I feel like a free bird.
Ew. We don't do birds.
Oh, come on, Stephanie. That's one of the greatest songs ever written.
No, I don't like birds. Can we use something else?
Free
Caterpillar, butterfly.
fly. Man, she knows what's up.
Oh, man. The whole chrysalis. And
But I
all
would
that.
not fuck that. I want to be a moth, like Mothra.
Like moth. wait. Remember? All right, real quick. Remember how you put on that movie at my house back when we were in San Diego, and you liked it, and I asked you, I'm like, why do you like this Godzilla movie so much? And you're like, you told me the story. You're like, yeah, I like used to hang out like my mom's house, and there was just all these movies around, and that was one of them around, and nobody knew why I was there. Nobody watched it. I don't know why it was there, and you used to just watch.
Godzilla, man.
Just Godzilla versus Mothra all day. All right, real quick before we wrap things up here, I want to know what in the music realm could we expect to see in the future of 2022 without that single that you said is dropping on the 8th? Because you already said that.
Man, so I mean, really, you're just gonna see a lot of singles, man. You're gonna see a lot of singles. Like I said, you're gonna hear me like start slow, and then I'm gonna get harder as the motherfucking year goes on, like harder in the music and shit, the sound. Man, I got something special coming, bro. I don't think it's gonna be I think it's gonna be drops, bro. I have something very, very, very unique that I'm gonna be dropping, man. I think it's gonna be the biggest one that I've dropped, probably in like at least like 3 years.
Oh, come on. You can't give us any hint towards it? Come on.
All I can say is that it has everything to do with everything we just talked about on this podcast.
Can I guess the name of it?
Yeah, no, not yet. Not yet.
Because you know I'm going to get it right.
Yeah.
Shit. Well, I'm really excited to see that. I will ask this, though, since you are, of course, part of the Great Morning family. You've done a lot of work for us. And then, of course, you were, one of the co-hosts back in the day. Would you please let us have something to play at the end of this episode? Doesn't have to be a full song, but like a piece, a taste.
Yeah, I'll give you something to Shazam.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
All right, cool. All right, we got that for the end for the listeners. Keep listening after the plugs we're about to do here, because unfortunately we're getting into that sad time here at the podcast where we do our last minute plugs. So, starting with, of course, Stephanie, your grace. Do you have any last minute plugs for the listeners?
Gang. Yeah, I just want to say shout out to all my followers on TikTok. Everybody,
I was hoping you would do that.
Check it out, right? Beto, because Beto, we got a lot of stuff going. And Beto, there's a lot of fucking shit going down right now. And I'm like, okay, I'm feeling it, but like, whatever. If you want to follow me on Instagram, you can do that at You Love Steph _Steffi. I'm not sure if that's right, by the way.
I think it's You Love Steph with a Y.
You Love Steffi _somewhere. And I just wanted to say again, I love all my followers. Gang.
Yeah, so follow Stephanie. Wow, great last minute plug, Stephanie. Yeah, I think she got cut out there. All right, so moving on from Stephanie, Jimmy, my friend, do you have any last minute plugs for listeners?
Yeah, man, feel free to check out and cop some merch or whatever. If you guys
feel free,
if you guys are just looking for something different to wear, man, go ahead, check it out at shopgreatmorning.com. We have organic clothes and regular clothes, and all of our manufacturers are American made.
Yeah,
nothing from outside another country, man.
No,
American supported businesses.
Fuck Ukraine and Russia.
Yeah.
So buy our shit. Fuck Russia.
Yeah,
and
bro.
Then, Instagram, man, a slightly special with 2 L's on the end.
Classic.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Love the last minute plugs. My last minute plugs are, of course, you can follow me on Instagram. That's Christian Murms now. That's my new one. You can follow these two great people. That is You Love Steph on Instagram. And that is, of course, slightly special 2 L's at the end on Instagram. You can follow, this is weird. I've been saying you can follow TrypGodJimi, TrypGodJimi on the podcast for a while now. But I can of course let you say that yourself. But I'll reiterate it, right? You go follow TrypGodJimi. You can follow Great Morning _ the podcast on TikTok. You can follow Steffi on TikTok as well. And of course, like Jimmy said, can't mention it enough, go get yourself a shirt, man. Go get yourself some merchandise. And if you hit me and Stephanie up in the DMs and you're serious about the merch, might be able to give you a little promo code there, a little percent off for yourselves, and that, of course, is, again, shopgreatmorning.com. Again, shopgreatmorning.com. All right. And you can get everything you want there, man. Except for underwear. We don't have underwear yet.
Hey, coming soon.
Coming soon, I think. I don't know, actually. You're going to have to talk to Jimmy about that one. But, I'm sure maybe one day. But, of course, I want to move on to the honored guest of the hour here, TrypGodJimi. Thank you so much for coming back. Thank you for letting me stay here, by the way. It's great visiting you.
Yeah, bro.
This has been a long time coming. We're just great to have you. It's great to have you back. We love talking to you. We want to talk to you. If you come on again this season, we can just talk about like the bullshit stuff. But I know for this episode, we wanted to get out like what you've been doing, what you've been working on, and all that. But again, it's been an honor to have you on here, man. So do you have any last minute plugs for listeners?
Yeah, man. Shit, I have some advice. I have some advice for the listeners out there, man. You know what? When you're going through life, bro, keep going through life, bro. Like, this shit gets hard as fuck, and we're all going through shit, bro. But you know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to get fucking rid of toxic people, bro, because it ain't about having just people around you, man. It's about having the right people around you. If you gotta have your own fucking time and space to fucking get your own fucking shit together, bro, then you gotta do that shit. You gotta do it for yourself, man. Because making other people happy at the cost of your own happiness ain't fucking worth it. So follow your dreams, bro. Take that shit and do what the fuck you need to do, bro. That's my last minute plug.
Love that shit.
Yeah, man. New music dropping on the 8th. Floating. I'll throw a snippet down, bros. Y'all can Shazam that shit. Listen, bump it. New music coming out, man. Follow the brothers, bro. Follow the brothers, bro.
Yes.
Follow the sister too. The fine Latina Mamacita Senorita.
Yeah, Stephanie, wherever. I know she's texting us right now. I don't think there's much we can do, but she, internet was acting up, technical
I
difficulties.
did a good job. For Stephanie, shout out.
But yes, thank you.
Fucking keep your head up, people. Keep your head up. Listen to some old music, man. Listen to some oldies, man. Get some soul in your soul.
Yeah, we were listening to some Rick James earlier. Super freak. Well, thank you again, man, for coming on. This was a long time waiting.
Man. Thank y'all.
We love it, and I can't wait to listen to this episode. And of course, that was our episode. Great morning.
Great morning.
Great morning.
Oh.
You already know. It feels like I'm floating. Got her so wet that I'm soaking. Shawty likes the way that I'm stroking. I'm a trip god, but I'm your king. If